Tuesday, and that means it's time now for our weekly Hot Jobs Report.
It's brought to you by Workforce Solutions of the Coastal Bend.
And we're going to start off in Corpus Christi. They're looking for an accounts payable clerk. You'll be in charge of clerical bookkeeping and accounting assignments. You'll also be working on a variety of administrative tasks. Pay is between $15 and $18 an hour.
They're also needing an herbicide and pesticide handler. You'll apply pesticides and herbicides to cover large areas and also help with landscaping and mowing. Pay is between $23 and $25 an hour.
Very good. And a contracts and fund administrator is also wanted. You'll work with an engineer who will determine the scope of work. You'll also prepare project budgets and funding agreements. Salary between $50,000 and $82,000 a year, plus benefits.
Still in Corpus Christi, they're searching for a crane operator. You'll operate tower and cable equipment to lift and move materials, machines, or products in many directions. Pay is $30.50.
And lastly, in Kingsville, a community supervisor is wanted. You'll be in charge of site level leadership, collecting and posting rent payments, and managing resident evictions and legal notices. Pay between $14 and $17 an hour.
To learn more about these jobs and others, contact Workforce Solutions of the Coastal Bend at 888-860-JOBS or visit workintexas.com.